You stayed there uneventfully, 2015, 16, 17.
False smears from a tenant?
All of a sudden, you're making an allegation that he sexually harassed you. I just want to make sure you're sure you want to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Or a landlord finally revealing his true self?
Had he ever done anything inappropriate to you?
Just standing out in his front yard naked so my grandkids can see.
Do you parade around naked?
Judge Judy.
Mr. Nate, you purchased, according to your complaint, a 4-acre parcel of property. Where is that located?
Bakersfield, California.
And there is a house on the property?
Yes, ma'am.
How many houses are on the property?
The 309, there's that house, and then I live at
One
313, right next to it.
But that's not part of the 4 acres.
Well, it is, but not for this case, I guess.
I'm not asking you about this case, sir. I said you bought a 4-acre piece of property. How many houses are on the 4-acre pieces of property?
Oh, 2.
Isn't that easy?
Yeah, that's better.
One house you live in, and in one house, when you purchased the property, the defendants were living in.
They were living in...
Who is this?
This is Dana, my wife. She was also there when we...
I know that this is hard for some people, especially guys. I'm going to ask you a question. You give me an answer. If I need you to expand on that answer, I will. You bought a 4-acre piece of property. There are 2 houses on the property. One house you live in with your wife. There was already a tenant in the other house. The tenant were the defendant and her daughter, right?
Yes.
And the defendant and her daughter and you created a month-to-month tenancy, correct? You never signed a lease.
Never signed a lease.
You bought the property when?
2015.
And the defendant and her daughter lived there for a while without incident.
Quite a while.
What rent were you paying?
With Dennis, $850.
In 2015, 2016, and 2017, who lived in the house?
My daughter Nancy, my daughter Erica, my daughter Catherine.
So you have 3 girls.
Yes.
And then a guy moved in.
My son Justin Dutton.
Somebody else.
Yes.
Your boyfriend. That's a yes or a no?
Yes.
In what month and year did the boyfriend move in?
He moved in August of 2018.
Had he been your boyfriend before August of 2018?
Yes.
For how long?
We started dating in March of 18.
According to Mr. Nate, that's when the trouble started. He had no trouble with you or any of your 3 girls before the boyfriend moved in. Now, you were there 2017 with your 3 daughters, right?
Yes.
And you paid $800. I only have attitude here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were there in 2015 when he bought the property, everything was fine.
Yes.
In 2016, everything was fine.
Yes.
2017, everything was fine.
Yes.
In 15, 16, and 17, were the police ever called to your house?
No, ma'am.
Does that daughter still live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. After the boyfriend moved in August of 2018, were the police called to your house?
One time.
For what?
Because I wanted him to move out.
Him to move out?
Yes, ma'am.
He was trouble?
Yes, ma'am.
So far, perfect. When did you call the police to have him removed?
In, I believe it was June of 18.
Well, he moved in August of 18.
Yes. No, he moved in March of 18. He left in August.
Oh.
For good.
I thought you started dating in March, is what you said.
We started dating. Oh, he moved in August. So, okay, I'm sorry. It was October. Then when I called the cops.
Did they remove him?
Yes, ma'am.
Up until October, had you been paying your rent regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
You stopped paying in October.
I have receipts that I paid in October, ma'am.
No, but you stopped paying thereafter.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why.
I was going to move out, and...
So far, you're doing fine. So far, I love all the honest answers.
I was going to move out of the home, so I was keeping money for a deposit, and Mr. Nate said that if I helped fix up the property, that I could stay for that 1 month without charge.
Did you tell that to her?
Not to my knowledge, ma'am, no.
What do you mean, not to your knowledge? What does that mean?
According to me, the conversation was, I will not put a late payment and supply the materials if you want to do the repairs yourself. Because her husband didn't like me over there. He was going to do the repairs. I supplied the materials.
Supplied materials for what?
There was holes in the flooring